Hello class, this is Tom Boos and this is my informative speech. Here's my audience. Hello everyone. I have to apologize. I would have prepared a better speech, but I've been playing Xbox all week. Brings me into the topic of my speech today, video game addiction. Now I know I was joking around to start out with, but video game addiction is a serious problem. Maybe you heard about the boy who played World of Warcraft so long that he ended up collapsing and going into convulsions. You might have heard about the man that shot his neighbor because he thought that he stole his PS3. You probably heard about the 15-year-old who killed his 17-month-old sister because she damaged his Xbox. It's true that game addiction can be more damaging to you than just wasting your time. It can actually damage your health or the people around you. The psychiatrist Michael Brody defines addiction as when a person needs more and more of a substance or a behavior to keep them going, and if they don't end up getting that, then they're going to become irritable or miserable. Game addiction is very similar to computer or internet addiction, and it can yield many of the same characteristics of addiction of other things like euphoria, neglecting your family, your friends, school, neglecting your work. People who are depressed or have been singled out in any way are going to be a lot higher at risk for developing game addiction. The website WebMD states that the top 5 symptoms of video game addiction are feeling really happy while you play games, but when you have to stop or you quit, then you get really upset or you get even angry. When you think about games and you're supposed to be focusing on other things, if you spend more time with your controller than you do with your friends, if you're lying to people about playing games, if you can't sleep because all you do is think about games, then you probably have game addiction. Most of the people that end up developing serious game addiction problems are males, and this isn't a coincidence, says the Stanford University. They've actually done studies on brain imaging of men and women while they're playing video games, and they've found that in men, the brain is more active in the metabolic center, which is the center for reward and addiction. So we're basically hardwired to be more likely to become addicted to games. Many of my friends are big-time active gamers. I play a lot of video games too. Some of my friends even play more than 40 hours a week. That's a full-time job of playing video games, and they don't even think they have a problem. They're in denial over it. They see it as a hobby. It makes them happy, and I can understand because they're making really good games, and businesses want to make money. The better the games they make, the more people are going to buy it, and a good game is going to be addictive. Videogameaddiction.org says that the top 5 ways that they do this to make games addictive is by having people compete to get the high score, role-playing games where you can have a virtual life and be out of reality, the challenge of beating a difficult game, exploring different worlds in a virtual world that don't really exist, and discovering things, and the online relationships that you make with people that you meet online playing online games. What I want you to get out of this speech about video game addiction is that if you know somebody that has a problem playing video games, let them know that they're wasting their time. These habits, if they're not going to affect them negatively right now, if they keep it up, it will eventually affect them negatively in the future. They could be doing something a lot more productive with their time. What you need to do is get them outside, get them doing something besides playing games, and get them into the real world. Push the red button.